Normally in each mosque you will find just one area. It will be one big area for the gentlemen. Because in Islam it will be obligate for the man to come pray 5 times a day. But for the lady she have an option if she would like. But in this mosque, because they build it together a lot of people and they use it more in a special occasion, like when we celebrate into Ramadan, the monthly fast, and also in Friday for this. For that reason there is 3 areas. First one, the main area in this mosque will be on this side. And this area they open it every day for the visitors. But for Muslim people they use just in special occasions. For each pray, they close it to be ready for the prayer. 2 separate areas, they call it the daily prayers areas. They use it every day for Muslim people. One for the gentlemen this side and the other one for the ladies. Which is both of the area now closed because it will be clean and it will be ready for everyone who would like to pray in it. Because we are not in a Friday, just as a normal day. They have to use the daily prayers areas. This area in the middle, it divides all the sections of this mosque. We call this area the gardens. And as an inspiration of the heaven, we called it in Arabic the Jannah. We have a verse that says in the Jannah it will be a lot of the green things and flowers. It comes from the underneath and going behind you. For that reason they started to do this area as a gardens, as a Jannah, as inspirations. The other reason the flower comes from under your legs and going up to the walls. This flower they called it the ivy flowers and also just to grow in the Gulf country. Of course they use different types of marble, which is more than 28 types of marble has been used in this area. For example, like the yellow one from India, the green from China. All the glasses in this mosque from Italy. They call it the maroon glass, but also there is mosaic. We have 7 beautiful chandeliers and all made in Germany. Each of them contain 1,000 Fishwarsky type of crystals from Austria, and little glass is Italian glass. 4 will be the small, like this one, and 3 will be very big. You'll see it in the menu. Now we will move to the main area to talk more about the time for the prayer and about the place. And about the time of prayers, normally we pray 5 times, but in the 6 o'clock there is 6 different times. We start to explain about it, to know which one will be not for the prayer, just important for us. And also to contain 2 calendars, the top international calendar and the second we call it Hijri, which is the Islamic calendar. Normally and always the time also for the prayer will be accordance with the sun positions. Started with the first at the top. They called it Fajr. It means the dawn prayer. At that time, we have to wake up early in the morning to pray the first prayer. Second one, they wrote Shuruq. Shuruq is not the time for the prayer. Shuruq means the sunrise. This is just an important time for Muslim people to know about it, because normally and always the first prayer should be delivered before the sun comes up. So there is a lot of time to deliver the first prayer, but should be before 6:33 minutes before the sun comes up. Second prayer, they call it Dhuhr, the noon prayer time. After that, Asr, the afternoon prayer time. Then Maghrib, the sunset prayer time. And the last one we call it Isha, which is the evening prayer time. 5 different times. Early in the morning. Second one, noon. Then afternoon, sunset, and the evening. And the second one, just to know where the sun comes up to make sure we deliver the first one before. 2 calendars in the top, I'm sure you know about it, 2011. International calendar. Second one we called it Hijri calendar, which is 1432. They start to account it when Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, start to travel from Mecca to Medina. Mecca and Medina, both cities in Saudi Arabia, just from traveling from place to place, establish an Islamic calendar, they start to account it. And now actually this year we complete 1432 years. Both of the calendars has the same number of the month, but the number of the days in each calendar will be different. International calendar follow the sun solar system. For that reason, some of the month it has like 28 dates, 29, 30, 31, depends for each month. Islamic calendar follow the moon. For that reason, just you will find 29 days or 30 in each actually month, which is, will be 10 to 11 days different between the 2 calendars. And that different, we have to account it to know when it will be the Ramadan. For example, Ramadan we start 1st of August this year. Next year it will be, we have to move it 10 to 11 days earlier than the year before, which will be in 2021 of July. Which is the, each year it keeps moving just 10 to 11 days earlier. Any more questions? Of course we have to do the motion. We call it in Arabic wudu. You have to do it even at home or before you pray. You can do it inside any mosque. Started with wash hand 3 times. Mouth 3 times, nose, face, again hand to the elbow 3 times, our hair from ear to ear, and the last one legs also 3 times. We have to do this motion before each prayer just to make sure actually we are clean. Even the place we have to pray in should be clean. For that reason, some of the ladies or even gentlemen, they use the small carpet. This is just a normal carpet. Some of the gentlemen, they prefer to use it because when they sometimes they drive, they hear the call for the prayer. Just to make sure the street will be clean, they use it. Even at home, as a lady, we use it because most of the homeland didn't start to put in all area the carpet. Just they start to put the marble. So they can just use this small piece of carpet when they pray. Any questions?
So when we hear the call,
Yeah.
that will be at 12:06.
Yes, exactly. For each time, there's 2 calls for the prayer. The first one, everyone around the city, they will hear it. Second one, just the people inside the mosque, they will hear. Between a few minutes for someone still need to prepare themselves. The second one says the prayer start, all they will be in line to start their prayer. So there's few minutes between the 2 calls to get sure you are still prepared and do the washing and everything. Let's move a little bit. We'll start to explain about this area. Start with carpet. It's the largest carpet in the world, made in Iran, a city called Mashhad, by 1,200 ladies, and by hand noted. It took them actually 2 years to finish it. And they brought it from Iran as 9 pieces, because when they start to work, they worked as 9 small groups. Then they brought it from Iran, shipped it by 2 airplanes, but some of the workers, they come with it to join all the pieces together inside the mosque and to cut between the two. And it took them more 2 months to do the joining and finish it together. And then in the end, they shifted actually to see this lines. So this line is the join line. This is line. Actually, they started to do it to keep all people to be more organized and straight. Because when we pray in line. And normally the first line starts from the face in the front. And the second line will not start until the first one will be full worshipful from wall to wall. Who come first, they have to stand first. And who come next, they have to stand next to each one. Make sure one line and no gaps or space between anyone. They have to touch by the shoulders and legs. Why actually no gaps and why they have to touch? To feel all equally. No one's better than them. But by the touching, it will be a reason why ladies and men pray separate. Because when we pray, we have to be focusing on our prayer. And that actually helps to be just more focusing, to not distract from the prayer. Or some lady, they didn't feel comfortable to complete the prayer if there's any strange man. And sometimes human nature, if you know someone, you will start to talk with it and you do your job or you pray exactly at the same time. For that reason, we pray separate. Even in family, at home, if we decide to pray together, so we make it separate. The man in the front and the ladies always in the back when they start to pray. Because we have different movements, we do it just to make sure all be focused. Which is this line, they put it just to be more organized, not that much. The weight of this carpet before joining around 47 tons, but now after they finish it, the weight of this carpet 35 tons. And the cost of it 30 million dirhams. The second things, one of the largest chandelier in the world. It's made in Germany and it contains 1,000 Swarovski. They use 40 million pieces of the crystals from Austria. And the little upper glass is Italian glass. They use Murano, a little bit of mosaic. It's about a 3 section, but the one in the middle where the whole balls crystals, between each ball you will find a little bit space. From this space, the cleaner, they will squeeze to be inside where the glass is. Because where the glass will be some stairs to help them to stand in it. No one's gonna clean this chandelier from the outside. The weight of it around 9.5 tons. I know it's very heavy, but it's hooked by the 3 cables where the gold lines, and the total weight of that 3 cables triple than the chandelier, which is more than 40 tons. For that reason, they can hold it. It's 10 in diameters and 15 in height. Above it, you will find also the largest dome of its kind in the mosque in the world, which is in Moroccan style. It's around 55 in the height from the inside, and around 85 in the height from the outside, and around 35 in diameters. Still they use the GRG, the Moroccan style, but also between the curves, the columns, this is a flower, still they use the same material, but the flower in Italian style, as well as actually all the walls in Italian style. Now we will talk a little bit about this beautiful wall, the directions. When we pray, we have to make sure we face the direction of Mecca, where the black people in Saudi Arabia. And normally in the hotel, restaurant, airplane, you will find some error or sign. It help them. But normally in the mosque there is no sign. Should be know by themselves before they start to pray. And normally when they start to build any mosque, they build it exactly where the direction. To help anyone who comes from the outside, they will know that in the front will be the direction.